He had beautiful hair.
You're a drunken lush. Don't stop now. I'm getting excited.
Well, hello there.
All week long.
Bang, bang, bang goes the gavel, and hello to everyone. Once again, here it is Friday. We got a case. Checking out what's going on in the courtrooms across this great land of ours. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. As you can see, I'm flying solo today, and that's just fine because this guy next to me has that's a Judge Middleton starter kit. Man, Jerry Lee Lewis died. That's terrible to hear. Terrible to hear. Good to see everybody. Sharon and Rick, Christy, Shells, everybody. So we're going to jump right in. We just had some first appearances, some arraignments over in Amarillo. If you don't know where that's at, I heard it's in Texas. That's the rumor. We're going to jump right in there. If everybody just gives me a little bit of time, I'll say hello to everybody. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the action. Just jump into the deep end of the pool and check out these characters. Maybe Mikey can get them turned on. I'm not good at turning people on.
All right. Apologize for that delay, guys.
Same.
All right. So I am in training. I am a judge, but I'm in training. So I am having some help, and we may have a few issues, but we'll try to get through this as quickly as we can. All right.
Judge and training.
Let me back up again here. I'm going to talk to you again, Mr. Delaney. I said some things that weren't correct earlier. So let me see here. Okay. So you're charged with, from September 26, 2018, dilapidated building, I think is what it's called, and it's the fine range on that is $1,000 to $2,000. Do you want to plead not guilty and have time to hire a lawyer or have a trial by judge or jury?
No.
Did you say no, sir?
No contest.
Okay.
No
you
contest.
Want to plead no contest. All right. Nope. Okay. I will accept your plea of no contest on this dilapidated building charge, set a fine.
Oh, you son of a bitch and mother effer. Ooh, baby, that's going to make me mad. Already off to a great start. But that's all right. When one place lets us down, what do, kids? We dust ourselves off. We jump to something else. That's what we're doing. We're going to head over to Knox County, where things are already in progress. Boy, oh boy. Ooh, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Gonna punch somebody on Friday. Yeah. Yeah. Knox County, everybody. Bastards in Amarillo. Just bastards.
Good. Oh, I want you, sir. You need to
What's your name?
Todd.
What's your full name?
Cliff William Todd.
Did you tell him to go up here?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
William
I
Todd.
heard you. I got it.
All right. The officers were talking.
Tell him
Okay,
to shut up.
Mr. Todd, you've been charged with 2 counts of criminal trespass. And each of those would be a Class C misdemeanor convicted. You understand what you're charged with?
I only have one warrant.
No, there's 2.
There is.
Yeah, would you like me to read the allegations?
I was already here a month ago and only had one on my record, and I served my time for it and she threw it out of court.
He had
These are
beautiful
new.
hair.
This is within the last week. These were issued. One of them was issued today and one about a week ago.
Nicotine stain Santa.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
Yeah.
says, this is the first one. This incident occurred on or about Monday, October 17th, 2022 at 4:31 a.m. at 2319 North Central Street. The defendant, Cliff Todd, was at my business on 2319 North Central Street. The defendant has been trespassing the property.
It's my
The defendant
birthday.
was captured on video surveillance while on the property. This occurred in Knox County, Tennessee. Second one says,
They done that up.
this incident occurred on or about Monday, October 24th
Conspiracy?
at 5:14 a.m. at 2319 North Central Street. On that date, time, and location, the defendant was inside the Super Wash House on 2319 Central Street. The
Yeah,
defendant was advised on June 24th of this year and July 13th of this year that he was placed on a no trespassing list by the owner/victim.
Yeah, I
The
done that.
CIC records check revealed the defendant has an active warrant on file with Knox County for criminal trespassing at the same location. A citation was not issued because the individual has outstanding arrest warrants. All righty. If you cannot afford an attorney, I can appoint one. Would you like me to do that?
Why can't he stay away from the wash house? Stay away.
Okay, I need to ask you some questions on oath in order to
Here
make
comes
sure
a
that
bunch
you
of no's.
qualify.
Get ready.
So you raise and to set your bond. So you raise your right hand and be sworn in. This is the uniform affidavit of indigency that you filled out of the jail. You swear or affirm that everything you filled out on this form, any testimony you give is true and accurate.
yeah.
Thank you. You have a job. You can put your hand down.
I have SSDI. I have about
SSDI.
$93,000 in my SSI bank account.
What?
Heather Ingalls. She's
What?
my payee.
How much do you get for SSDI?
$926 or $7 a month. And I'm not even in
My God,
housing
how long
right
would it
now.
take him to save up?
I've been saving my SSI up for the past
10
4 or
years?
5 years.
No, that's not right.
Do you have access to that money?
I don't. She's the only one that can write the checks.
Who's
I get
he?
$25 a day, 7 days a week. I make $175 a week. That's all I get to see of it. I get food
Thank you for the
allowance from it.
Canadian cash. He does look like a very cleaned up
And-
McNulty.
Any
That's
property, house, or car that you own?
right.
Any property, house, or car that you own?
No.
Any other forms of income or of assets?
Huh?
Any other forms of income or of assets?
No. I can't. My billionaire friend takes care of that.
You live in
Okay.
Knoxville?
Yeah.
His billionaire friend takes care of his money. He's got $93,000 in the bank from his $900 a month SSI. And my dude why is he not living with his billionaire friend? Maybe Gary Busey. Good to see. I mean, is it possible? 93 grand? I mean, can somebody do the math? How long it's going to take him? How many years? He said 4 or 5 years. That does not seem like enough time to save up $93,000. Oh, rest in peace, Meatloaf.
You lived here.
About 40 years, 39 years.
You have family here?
They're all real deceased. They're old. They're real old.
I have
bro.
no
They're
idea.
real-
10
they're-
minutes?
Most of them are dead and deceased.
Same thing.
They're real old. Anybody that's left.
And is there anybody that vouch for reliability to show up in court?
Huh?
Is there anybody that would vouch for your reliability to show up in court?
His billionaire friend.
I'd like to think John G. Springer would. Yes, he would. He'll be there tomorrow, so don't worry.
John G.
All right.
Springler.
Yeah, John G. Springer, I need you to show up for court tomorrow. I will.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the bond on these at $150. That's $300 total.
He better bring
And
all
a
his
condition
billions.
that bond, should you post it, to stay off the premises of the Super Wash House.
Right.
Not just the
And
wash
I'm gonna
house.
Set this.
Super. Billionaire. That's crazy. Are any of you guys billionaires? I'll gladly let you hold on to my money. Holy mackerel. I did not see that coming. That's big monies. I mean, that's like a lifetime of saving.
What he's saying he has to session.
What'd he say? He didn't say anything.
Okay, I'm going to appoint the district public defender to represent you. There is a $50 fee. Actually, it looks like they are already representing you in another case. So I'm going to waive the administrative fee that they normally assess for the appointment of counsel that I normally assess, because it's already been assessed in that other case.
Good
They
stuff.
have the
Good
number of the
stuff.
public defender's office at the jail. Try and get a hold of them prior to your court date.
I just there's so much backstory on this man. I need to know the lore behind this dude. By the way, take a second, like this video, if you would. I've got some new stuff I'm going to work on.
Yes, I know you need me in court tomorrow. I know where to be.
John G. Spiegler. I mean, how many billionaires can there be in Tennessee? Can't be a billion, right?
Okay, I'm going to set this in misdemeanor court on Monday for a bond review. But if you are unable to post this bond, the judge will consider reducing at that time.
He's on his last leg.
If
what
you
you're
do
saying.
post it, they'll give you a different court date to go to when you're being released from the jail. Go to that one instead.
Right.
That's all I have for you.
All right, thank you. What's this?
And the court date's on October 31st. I don't know if I said the date.
Hey, Mary.
Date of trial, 10/31/22.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Court's closed until then. That's the earliest date I have.
So I'll be in jail now here.
You can post the bond.
Yeah. But I don't know how to get a hold of John G. Sprinkler right now. On the phone. I tell them.
You have to ask for a phone call from your pod officer.
Usually we use smoke signals to talk to
From
one
your pod
another.
officer, not the arraignment officer.
Oh.
We need to move on with other arraignments. So.
All right. All right.
He does have beautiful hair.
Can I get one of them bag lunches? No.
Can I get one of those bag lunches? No. No, you cannot. Shot down. No bag lunches for him. This guy's crippled.
What's your name?
Timothy Bell.
No bag lunches, bud. Not happening. You think he got hurt in his arrest?
Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I get one of those bag lunches?
Okay, Mr. Bell, you've been charged with aggravated assault. That would be a Class C felony if convicted. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
No, sir. I'll take them. I'll take whatever you have.
Whatever you got.
Whatever I have.
I really don't want to hear it.
Okay,
pretty embarrassed.
fine. All righty. I need to go over some rights, though.
Yes, sir.
And the first is that you have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to make any statements. Any that you make voluntarily can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, I can appoint one for you. And you have the right to a preliminary hearing as a probable cause hearing where the judge read the evidence against you and decide whether this case is strong enough to be bound over the grand jury for further prosecution. You understand that those rights?
Yes, sir.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you?
No, sir.
You're going to hire one?
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Deep
Okay.
pockets.
I need to ask you some questions on oath to make sure you qualify for a court, or excuse me, not make sure you qualify to set your bond. So you raise your right hand, be sworn in. Swear, affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You have a job?
I do, sir.
Where do you work?
Ashurion?
Where?
Ashurion?
Assurion.
It's a tech insurance company.
Insurance.
And how much do you make?
Bi-weekly around 1,500.
Any
Bi-weekly.
property, house or car that you own?
Yes, sir. I got a Mazda.
What's up, Andy?
car.
Mazda. Nice.
Or is it?
It is a 2018 CX3, I think. CX4.
Nice car.
What'd you say it was worth?
I'm sorry, sir.
What'd you say it was worth?
We just got it yesterday for
Usually they just start
I believe
jobs
it was
the day before. Hey, Tough. Good to see you.
18,000.
Did you finance it?
Oh,
Yes, sir. We
paid.
took out a loan.
And any other forms of income or of assets?
I have bonds.
How much in bonds?
I would say probably 2,000-3,000 in bonds. My mom's holding on to them, so I don't really have them in front of me.
You got those on during his bar
And
mitzvah as a
You live
child.
in Knoxville?
Yes, sir, I do.
Good to see you, Fire Captain.
How long you lived
39
here?
big ones.
My whole life, sir.
You have family here?
Yes, sir, I do. My mom and my dad. And I have my daughter now, so.
Somebody answer that damn phone.
And is there anybody that would vouch for reliability to show up in court?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Who would that be?
My mom.
My mother.
Told you.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the bond at $3,000. As a condition of that bond, should you post it, you'd be prohibited from committing or threatening to commit assault against the alleged victim or other family or household member. You'd be prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either
Think gonna
directly or
fight with his
indirectly
dad?
to someone else. And you'd be directed to vacate and to stay away from the home of the alleged victim, and to stay away from any other location the alleged victim is likely to be. And the alleged victim's name is Angelica Humphrey.
Yes, sir.
And the way that works
girlfriend.
is you have to pay 10% through a bonding company.
Okay.
So it'd be about $300 with their fee, about $337 to get out of jail before your court date.
Sure.
And I'm going to set this in felony court on next Monday. That's October 31st for a bond review. So if you're unable to post this bond, the judge can consider reducing at that time. If you do post it, they will give you a different court date to go to when you're being released. Go to that one instead. And that's all I have for you.
I do have a question about the victim. If I have a child with her, and I'm on the birth certificate and I have rights, do I still need to wait till after the hearing to try and see my child?
I
don't
would
think
ask
he
an
has no-
attorney about that. see if they
Yeah,
can work
I don't think he has
something out.
anything to do with that.
That's the safest thing to do.
Yes, sir.
All right, what we're going to
Thank
do
you.
is we're going to jump from here.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna-
Thank you.
Actually, I'm going to
That's all
pause
for
this.
you.
We can come back to it. And we're going to go over to our friend, the Fink. That's right, the Fink herself. We're going to jump over there and see what she's up to today. She has been in way better moods recently, by the way. I don't know if you guys have been keeping an eye on her, but typically she's really pissy, but just here recently, she's been in a better mood. I think she's doing her hair different, or she's got something going on, something new. So yeah, let's check it out.
Okay,
to
so
the extent.
again,
No, Mr. Taylor?
I have an issue, Mr. Dawood, with the way this report or the way
Yeah,
the
he was.
complaint is. The complaint only has today's date.
Yes, because the other
Absolutely.
strangulations occurred in Wayne County.
Oh, no
So he would go
strangling.
between Wayne County and Washtenaw County, so we couldn't charge the strangulation all in Wayne County. That's going to be taken up over there.
What about the unlawful imprisonment?
You
Is that
Oof.
Just
Yeah,
occurred
serious
just
charges.
today too?
Yeah. She
Okay.
escaped. She escaped, Your Honor. It wasn't a situation where she was coming and going. This is the day she escaped, was on that day. They came into Ann Arbor and that's where
Absolutely.
she escaped.
We weren't in Ann Arbor.
Okay, so,
Or in Washington County.
yeah.
I called the
Washington County.
police.
Okay, stop talking, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hell. She's in bad
Okay,
mood.
so you agree that that should just say to yesterday's, actually, this is just the one date, the 26th.
I believe, yeah, because when I read the police report, Your Honor, it was an extended period of time. A lot of it was in Canton, in Detroit. And then,
None of the rest of it was in,
oh no,
County?
what's charged did occur here. It's just that it's just multiple incidents, but most of the incidents were outside of Washtenaw County.
okay, my question is about the unlawful imprisonment
Yeah,
charge.
she was still
That's
in prison, and when she escaped here on that day, she escaped on the 26th.
So we had her. She escapes.
She was restrained at some point for part of the 26th
Yes,
and strangled at some point on the 26th.
correct.
And then was able to leave that situation somehow.
Yep.
Escaped. Let's not say
Okay.
she left. She escaped. Get it right. Those are serious charges, my friend.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Hawthorne.
Your Honor, Mr. Taylor maintains his innocence despite these allegations that are made against him today. He, looking at his record, he does have prior convictions. One being a felony unlawful imprisonment in 2016, in which he was sentenced to prison.
He's
and he
habitual.
served that time and was released. In 2019, whereas he's since been gainfully employed. He's now waiting to begin his CDLA training. He's had little to no contact with police since
He'll be
his,
going on the road
release
strangling.
date. I don't see any holds or any other warrants that are out for him currently. As he stated, he's not currently on probation or parole.
My
He's going
file
through-
says he's on probation in Wayne County and there's an active no contact order associated with that probation. I don't have his criminal history in front of me. That's what the pretrial risk assessment says.
He's going back to prison.
That is factual, madam. Your Honor.
You are on probation?
Yes, Your Honor. I am on probation currently. Yes, Your Honor.
What's the charge?
The charge is disorderly person, Your Honor.
And there's a no contact case, a no contact order with, as part of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And who's the no contact with?
No contact is against my ex-girlfriend. It's my
Touche.
girlfriend now who
Touche.
used to come to my court case. She's been inside several court cases since the process.
Okay, what's the no contact order in that case is with somebody other than the alleged victim, Angel?
Yes, Your Honor.
in this
Yes,
case.
Your Honor.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Still.
Go ahead, Mr. Hawthorne.
Oh, thank you for clearing that up, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, sir.
And so I guess he does have or is on probation.
It doesn't start until December. They said 12th exactly.
Oh.
But I am currently I start probation vividly on December the 12th. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You've pled guilty and been sentenced.
Yes, ma'am. I pled guilty and been sentenced to disorderly person. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Seems
Your
like
Honor,
you had her
That was,
almost all day.
I'm sorry, ma'am. That was just so you have an exact date, ma'am. That was like early October, late September. And during this process, ma'am, my girlfriend, Angel Maciel, who I have this charge on currently, she was sitting in the car for over the hour of time that I'm sitting here since this is.
all right, Mr. Taylor.
Okay.
All right,
Yes, sir.
you said enough. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Taylor is willing to comply with the no contact with Angel Maciel, as well as where the GPS tether, alcohol tether, submit to drug testing, to ensure the safety of Ms. Maciel and to ensure that he's not a flight risk, and his appearance for
True.
his probable cause conference.
She is very
My
reluctant
file
on
also
this.
says self-surrender, but that's not true, right? He was arrested.
Self-surrender, ma'am. So
He went to the police station.
1 second, sir. I'll elaborate. for you.
No, your lawyer can tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
He went to the police station to make a report, not pertaining to anything in this case or the allegations in this case. And while at the police station or close by, that's where he was apprehended, I believe.
Okay.
So definitely not self-surrender.
He couldn't have self-surrendered on this warrant because it wasn't in place until today. So there wasn't anything for him to self-surrender on. Okay. All right. Mr. Dawood, all of this stuff that is the basis of the charges here is victim statements.
Yes, and physical photographs of marks on her neck and 2 black eyes.
Oh.
But not that we're required to have witnesses. I'm certainly not saying that, but I didn't take the testimony on this, so I don't have very much information. There's no witnesses to this.
Not indicated in the police report. No.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Question, Your Honor. May I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, Your Honor. And I just want to give you a little insight too.
And that's not asking a question.
Okay, my question, yes, ma'am. My question for you is, will you potentially be able to get the officer that I spoke with that night? Because I called 911 and went to the police station.
No, I'm not going to do any of that. So
yes, ma'am.
What we're doing today is the arraignment.
Okay.
And what an arraignment is there's essentially 4 things that need to occur at an arraignment. One, you have the right to be notified of the charges.
Do we think she blacked her own eyes or what?
I believe Mr. Hawthorne gave you that information during your interview.
Yes,
Second, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you. We've already done that.
Yes,
Third, you get your court date, which I will give you in a second. And fourth is setting a bond and bond conditions.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing in that list I just gave you has anything to do with fact finding or evidence or me determining whether this happened or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
The burden of proof to charge someone with a crime is what's called a preponderance of the evidence, or probable cause to believe that the crime committed, but it's not a very high burden of proof. It's certainly much lower than the burden to convict.
Yes, ma'am.
And
I don't deny that, Elvis.
We never at the arraignments decide what actually happened. That's just what we're doing here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am. I'm sorry, I'm just very emotional.
It's okay, no problem.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I'm explaining it.
Yes, ma'am. I was just emotional because you can see in the statement that I called the police and police station.
Okay, yep. I don't have the police report. I never do. So that's why I was asking the questions that I was asking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now regarding the bond, there are essentially two things that I'm supposed to consider when setting a bond. One is whether or not the defendant is a flight risk. And the second is whether or not the defendant is a danger to the community.
Get your guesses in.
And flight risk includes things like stability. Does the person have a job and a place to live? Does the person have a history of not coming to court? Is there a history of not following court orders? Things like that. There's really nothing in your background or in this case that indicates a failure to a flight risk as far as I can see. So I'm not concerned about flight risk.
Okay.
The second part is whether there is a danger to the community, and the community can be one person. So what is indicating a danger here is primarily the nature of the charges.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Okay. I am going to set a bond for you because these are very serious charges. And I just let me talk, okay? And if there's even a little bit of a likelihood that these allegations represent what occurred, I'd rather err on the side of protecting a victim as this is laid out.
I'm just saying to you, ma'am, I understand you're speaking. I just want to be notated, ma'am, that this whole scenario, I called 911 and went to the police station myself with her in the car, and she was able, ma'am.
Mr. Taylor, I advise you to.
Mr. Taylor, I fully understand that your version of events is not this. Okay,
ma'am. I'm just telling you the facts, though, which is going to be on.
I get it. Okay, and I also, this is not the first case where someone is accused of doing something really quite horrible. And later we discover that the victim was not telling the truth and it didn't happen at all. So I am aware of the possible outcomes of this.
All I ask,
okay?
ma'am, is please just work with me, ma'am. I'm not gonna speak no more. I'm
Okay,
just asking to be in
then
my-
stop.
Yes, ma'am.
You're getting on my nerves now, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am, yes,
Trying
ma'am.
to explain to you what I'm doing.
You won't
trying
shut
to
up.
make a record about why I'm doing it.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know what you want and I understand your position. You don't need to keep
His
saying
constant
it.
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
sounds
I am setting a
mentally
financial
unstable.
bond. I am not setting $100,000. I don't
Yes,
think
ma'am.
that that's
Have
supported
fun,
by
Cole.
this
Have
situation.
fun.
Yes, ma'am.
Setting your bond at $15,000 with the right to post 10%,
Yes, ma'am.
1,500. Okay, while you're on
is
bond, you're
sad.
not to have any contact with Angel
Garza.
Maceo. I know you're describing her as your girlfriend. I don't care.
No, my ex-girlfriend.
No,
She's not my
okay,
girlfriend.
no
No.
contact.
We're broke up now
Right.
after this, Your
So
Honor.
you can't
She's not
initiate
my
contact.
girlfriend.
You can't reply if she tries to
Yes, ma'am.
contact you.
Yeah, will not, yes,
If
ma'am.
she shows up where you are, you have to leave. You
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
go to her house. I don't think we have an address for her.
No, we
do
don't. Your Honor, she's
Okay.
homeless, so she's living out of her car.
Okay,
Oh, no.
That's why we didn't put an address.
okay. So no contact with her really literally means no contact.
Ma'am, can I ask you one question, ma'am?
Yes.
I know you set my bond at 15,000, 10%, ma'am. I am currently homeless as well. I currently just had $3,000. I was paying for our residency every day. Can you work on my bond with me, ma'am? Can we get it 1,000, please, ma'am? I'm just asking you a question, ma'am. Can we please, ma'am? I'm begging you, ma'am.
I'll change it to 30, I'll change it to 30,000, 10%, and you can post that 3,000, but.
No, ma'am, I won't do that. No,
Yeah,
ma'am.
okay. Don't
Yes,
ask me for anything else.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I just told you to stop.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I also told you you were irritating me and you
I'm sorry, ma'am.
continue
I am,
to
yes,
push,
ma'am.
so just stop it.
Yes, ma'am.
Probable
Wow.
cause conference is November 10th. That will be over Zoom at approximately 9 a.m. No alcohol, no marijuana, no
She
illegal
went
drugs
hard.
while you're on bond, no purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No assaultive behavior, no criminal behavior.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Okay, you're all
Idiot.
set. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
He can't shut
When
up.
you stand up, they'll know we're done. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm good. to go.
Yeah, you're doing it right.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry for.
She
being,
came in hard.
Disrespectful.
He can't shut up. Get out the door. Just get out.
I don't have to do anything where I'm dead. If I give your person.
He was
Larry,
talking himself into
are
more
you
money.
still on?
Where's Larry?
Mr. Margolis?
Yes, I am. How are
Hi.
you, Your Honor?
I'm all right. We just got word from MDOC that they're gonna reschedule.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, Larry.
Hi, Rob. I
Hey,
didn't
Larry.
think she was gonna get out today.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I think she said she was serving a life term.
Correct.
So.
Presently.
Okay, so, we'll try again on a different day.
All right. Good seeing you guys.
Take care.
You don't
Larry.
mess with the
You're right.
judge. You don't mess with the judge.
Hello,
Look,
what's your name, please?
she gave him every
Francisco
opportunity.
Cordero.
Florida Cop Cam. How are
I do
you?
not have your file today. You'll have to step back out. I can't see you today.
Wow. Bouncing. Eric, how's it going? If you still have a thumb on your screen, make sure you hit that. We'd appreciate it.
Okay.
Hello, what's your name, please?
Chauncey Hyman.
He had quite the record, that last guy, of doing the exact same thing he was being charged for this time. And she gave him the benefit of the doubt 10 times over. She was very kind and he wouldn't shut up. He just wouldn't be quiet.
Okay, Mr. Hyman, I have your
Hyman?
mailing address on Green Road. Is that a good place for you to get mail from the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you met with Mr. Hawthorne, you gave him a phone number and an email. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
it okay with you if the court uses your phone and your email to have contact with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Chauncey Hyman, 22F21615. I
You got
have
another
received a
name,
petition
Monkey?
requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will
Monkey,
sign
she
that.
gave
You
him
may
every
proceed
chance,
when
I'm
you
telling
are
you.
ready, Mr. Hawthorne.
Thank you, Your Honor. Calvin Hawthorne appearing on behalf of Mr. Hyman. I will waive reading of the complaint and stand mute.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Dowd, if there's anything you'd like to say.
No, Your Honor, we have no objection to a PR bond. We just asked for that one, no restrictions with no contact with Destiny Macon at 10071 Joy Road in Detroit. And then just the standard bond conditions.
Thank you.
Monkey's got
We have
some.
no objection to the no contact and the no go to the Joy Road address in Detroit.
Okay. And this is a high court misdemeanor, Mr. Hyman, which means it gets processed like a felony. But it's really technically not a felony. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
just so you know, in case that seems weird to you.
All right.
All right, I'll give you a personal recognizance bond today. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with.
It's a good problem to
Destiny
have, though.
Chanel Macon. Do not go to her address on
Sarge. Don't go to her address.
Joy
Stay-
Road in Detroit, Michigan. No contact means you are not to initiate contact with her. You are not to reply if she tries to contact you. If you end up in the same place as she is, even if it's by accident, you need to leave. Don't use social media or any face-to-face communication application to have contact with her.
Okay.
All right, any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
While you're on bond, you're not to use alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. No purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court.
Okay.
Any questions about those conditions?
No, ma'am.
Your probable cause conference will be on November 10th.
This guy learned from the
approximately
last
9
guy.
a.m. over Zoom. That's a probable cause conference, and you'll get something sent to your email that has the exact time to appear and also the Zoom link to use to appear on that day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, I just check my email regularly for the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, it'll come a few days before the 11th, and you can call the court or Mr. Hawthorne's office to get the contact information if for some reason you miss it.
Okay, I will.
Great, you're all set. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a blessed one.
Thank you.
Wow. See, a complete different guy from the guy before. This one came in, he did what he had to do. He's got his bond, he got the hell out. Simple as that. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Hi, what's your name, please?
Tracy Williams.
Okay. 1 second, Mr. Williams. I'll be right with you.
Okay, no problem.
Mr. Williams coming in being extra courteous as well. Little
All right,
lender.
Mr. Williams, I have
Good
your
to see ya.
mailing address on Mott Road in Canton. Is that a good place to get
Yes.
mail?
Yes.
And when
That's
you
a good
met
thing.
with Mr. Hawthorne, you gave him a phone number and an email address, correct?
Yes.
Is it okay with you if the court uses your phone number and your email to have contact with you?
Yes.
Nancy.
Thank you. This is State of Michigan versus Tracy Williams, 22-11614. I have received a petition requesting a court-appointed lawyer. I will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Mr. Hawthorne.
Thank you. Calvin Hawthorne appearing on behalf of Mr. Williams. Will waive reading of the complaint and stand mute.
Okay,
Your Honor, we do not
Yep.
have the, sorry.
go ahead.
We have no objection to a PR bond. We just asked for a no contact, no go to for Deja Laster at 886.
A lot of
MacArthur
domestic
Boulevard here at
violence stuff
C,
today.
and all your standard bound conditions.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Hawthorne.
And there's no objection.
Good to see you, Linder.
For Mr. Williams to comply with the no contact.
You don't have to
no
leave,
vote
Griggsy. You're fine.
request.
Stay where you're at.
There's nothing else holding him in custody if he were to be given a personal bond.
He does have the statute implicated because he has 2 or more felonies within the previous 5 years. So, Mr. Williams, there's a law in the state of Michigan that requires a financial bond when a person has 2 or more felonies within the previous 5 years. It doesn't require that someone remain in custody. I don't have to set a bond that's high, but I do have to, I am required to set some kind of a financial component. The statute is Michigan Compiled Laws 765.6. I'm setting your
Thank you,
bond at
Cole.
$1,000 with the right to post 10%. So you need $100 to get out of jail. While you're on bond, you're not to have any contact with the alleged victim, Deja Laster. No contact includes initiating contact with her, or it also includes replying if she tries to contact you. It includes using the internet or another person to deliver a message to her from you. It also includes being in the
We're
same
gonna
place
jump,
where she is,
guys.
even if it's an accident. Okay, so if you're
We're
both
gonna
at
jump
the
away from here for a
gas
second.
station, you need to leave. All right. And specifically, do not go to her address on MacArthur.
I don't know what's going on. I just saw this while we were listening to that. And
So he's getting a different pretrial date than the
I'm
others.
curious about this
There's something written on here.
mentor, Trish. Over here. Is she mentoring this
Good
guy?
morning. If you could unmute and state your name for the record, please.
I am Matthew James Garderis.
Thank you, sir. By appearing this morning, I'm going to quash the warrant that was previously issued for you. I'm going to give you 3 new dates. Do you have a pen and paper available?
Yes.
Okay, the first date will be a pretrial of November 22 at 1 p.m.
I love that dragon tapestry in the
Is that
background
in
with
person or?
the awards.
That'll be on Zoom.
Okay.
We got it all.
And then a readiness hearing of January 17th at 9 a.m.
Ramina, other skilled trainer, may I ask who Mina is seeing?
Also on Zoom in courtroom 5.
Is she like in a treatment center?
And then we'll set a trial date of January the 30th at 9 a.m.
The next available Wednesday slot I have would be 4 p.m. on 11/23.
So we'll see you back here on
So much
Zoom
happening.
on November 22nd.
Tuesday, 11/8 at 4:30 p.m.
Are the January appointments in person?
Thank you, Kieran. Off.
Friday,
The
11/8.
first 2 are on Zoom in courtroom 5. The trial would be in person in courtroom 5.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. You guys have a good day.
Thanks.
He's
The person on the Galaxy J2 unmute.
he's doing some I guess just setting court dates over here with this guy. We are going to jump though over to Daniel Norbert. Oh, excuse me, Norbeck. I almost said his name wrong. I almost called him that terrible Eddie Murphy movie. Come on, we all know about Norbert, right? I'm not the only one. All right, jumping over to Daniel, see what he's doing today. Daniel, take it away.
I'm here.
Attention to your new notice.
I'm here for jail arraignments.
Jason Oliver, there he is. All right, in jail there, your name, please.
Nathan Buskirk.
All right, Mr. Buskirk, you're here on a misdemeanor.
See you, little lender.
0800 OT. I'm going to read it to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Darius here, appearing on behalf of Mr. Buskirk for the purpose of arraignment. We have reviewed this file. We waive reading at this time. He is electing to enter a guilty plea at this point in time.
All right. Anybody force you or threaten you to make you plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty to this because you believe you are guilty of this?
No, because I know I'm guilty.
Okay.
Good
Were
answer.
you operating a motor vehicle back on March 25th of this year here in Allegan County?
Yes, I was.
And at that time, the Grand State have you as either suspended or revoked?
Yes, they did.
All right. So I do find that as a factual basis to support your plea. Your plea is knowing and voluntary. It will just be fines and costs at this point. What we mean by that is a $250 fine with that statutory cost of $200. Crime victims' rights fee of $75 and a state cost of $50. That's a total of $575. I'm gonna write right on here, 90 days to pay. You can get more time than that if you need it, but you would need to contact the district court and make arrangements to get what's called a payment plan, all right? But you're all set on this.
Okay, thank you.
This judge ain't messing around. He's knocking it out. Speedy.
And Country Knoll, this is not landlord tenant. It's in one of the other district courts. This is jail arraignments.
I believe it's in B.
I think it's in front of Judge Belargin. So you'll need to
Whoa.
hang up and call back. Okay. All right, your name, please.
Joseph Grunewald.
Hey, beautiful hair. 23042FY. I'm going to read it to you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Darius here, appearing on behalf of Mr. Gronwald for the purpose of arraignment. We reviewed the charge. We waive reading at this time. He's asking to be screened for indigency. If found indigent, sent to the public defender for assignment. They're asking that this matter be sent for probable cause and prelim.
Okay, I do find in reviewing your application for court-appointed attorney that will likely be granted. We'll refer you to the Office of Public Defender for appointment of an attorney. Wish to be heard on bond.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Speaking with Mr. Gronwood, he currently is unemployed, but he does have family that is
Shocker.
helping him. His children are trying to assist him with bond at this point in time, but he has just posted money on a different matter. Additionally, he's going to be staying locally with family during this time, so he'll have adequate transportation to and from court purposes. To his recollection, he doesn't have any failure to appears, and I don't see recent criminal activity.
Very
so this
hard.
court consider this a setting bond.
I'm reluctant to do that in relation to methamphetamines with illegal firearms in the same case. Well, a
Good
$2,000
call,
cash
Kurt.
charity is a low bond. We'll leave it at that. That's no drugs, no alcohol, no marijuana, no driving without a valid driver's license. Sir, you have an option to argue for bond every time you're in front of the court. If you can't make that bond, you can try for a lower bond or PR at your
Good
next
to see you,
hearing,
Rachel.
which is November 10th for pre-exam. We also have a preliminary hearing November 15th. That's in courtroom A, but Judge Belargin will be conducting it. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. And you're all
That's
set.
what he gets for sticking that U2 stuff all
What was my
over
bond?
$2,000 cash
iTunes
charity, so
that
you need
time.
to come up with about $200 in cash for a bond.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, he's probably way younger than me. Oh, that's not corny. No way.
And good afternoon, your name, sir?
Good afternoon.
Jason Oliver. All right. Mr.
What's up,
Oliver,
Craig?
you're here to be arraigned on this felony file 223045.
Oh, he's got a real lawyer.
It seems you already have an attorney who's filed an appearance. Ms. Cooper Weiss is here on your behalf. Do you wish me to wish charges?
Yes.
You wish me to read charges?
No, sir, we will waive reading of the information. Thank you.
Okay. Because this is felony counts here, I do want to advise you, you do have the right to the assistance of an attorney, and you already have an attorney. You also have the right to a preliminary hearing, which we are going to set up for you. You also have the right to remain silent. Anything you do say could be used against you later in court. Do you wish to argue for bond?
No, Your Honor, we do not.
What is your date of birth, sir?
No bond?
March 22nd, 89. 1989. All right. So your bond at this point in time will be continued. It is a protective condition of bond, meaning you cannot have any contact with either the named victim or any minors at this point until further order of court. You can't
Minors?
consume alcohol or any other controlled substances. You can't possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court. Do you understand and agree
Stay out
to
of
those
Chuck E.
protective
Cheese.
conditions
You
of
can't go
bond?
to the playground no more.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, you already have next court dates. You have a pre-exam on November 10th and a preliminary hearing set for November 15th. That's in courtroom B in front of Judge Belargin. You will get copies of those dates and times. You must show up for those dates and times. If you're still incarcerated, they will make you available the way that you're available here today. Anything further, counsel?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, then we are all set.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got to stay away from minors. And he's not talking about the kind that dig up coal. He means the kind that are small children.
I do have some, these are no-shows from Wednesday. We're gonna go ahead and put the warrants out on them.
He ain't going nowhere. He's staying right where he's at.
Not present at arraignment.
Had to go to doctor's appointment.
$300.
This judge kind of looks like
Dominique Meister.
what was his name on All in the Family, Meathead, Rob Reiner. Yes, minors, no minors.
He has 2 different files, 3 different files. Well, I'm gonna get the same.
I like his little sign he's got. By the way, if you're just getting here, please do us a favor, like this, no matter where you're watching out. Think about subscribing. Appreciate it. That's what I was thinking, Rob Reiner. If you didn't catch our show we did yesterday, Courtroom Chaos, check it out.
So sick of people.
It's short, it's like 17
attorneys
minutes.
coming here when it's not, for landlord time, because I go out of my.
He
way
just
to
cut off
do
his
it.
sign, so I'm
glad
guessing
that
he's going to bounce,
give her the
which
third
is going to
degree
give
about
us
it.
a chance
And
to
she
jump.
really was here for jail. I'm glad I didn't keep going on it.
All right, he's going to get up, and we're going to go back over to Knox County and see if we can't finish up where we started before we jumped out and went to the Fink. All right, back in Knox County. All right, Knox County.
Come on.
Do your thing.
What's your name?
Matthew, you think?
No, you can prove yourself.
Hey, Georgia Peach. I see our friend in 102 is really
Mr. Eubanks,
lurking
you have been
today.
charged with robbery. That'd be a Class C felony if convicted. You understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
No, sir. I think I'm aware of the charges. The plaintiff actually recanted her story to the DA today, I believe. The plaintiff is my mother who is suffering dementia.
Breaking news.
To provide just a little bit of context and quick, less than 3 weeks ago, she was taken
Listen,
without.
before you give me context, let me go over your rights.
Okay.
And let me let you know, tell you that this is not a hearing. No matter what you tell me, there's nothing I can do about it.
Understood.
The charge is still there for now. Okay, you have some rights. I need to go over the first is that you have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to make any statements, and any that you make voluntarily can be used against you.
I like that he was coming in hot with the, hey, that was my mom. My mom made those charges that I robbed her. And well, she's got the dementia. She don't remember how much money she spent. I don't think so, bud.
You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. I can appoint one. And you have the right to a preliminary hearing as a probable cause hearing where the judge will hear the evidence against you and decide whether this case is strong enough to be bound over the grand jury for
This
further
is
prosecution.
Tennessee.
You understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you some questions on oath? Make sure you qualify and
Sure.
set your bond. So you raise your right hand and be sworn in.
He's a little jumpy.
This is the uniform affidavit of indigency that you filled out of the jail. You swear or affirm that everything you filled out on this form, your testimony you give is true and accurate.
I do.
Thank you.
No problem,
Your
Eric.
job?
I do.
Where do you work?
Bojangles,
How much do you make?
Bojangles.
$1,000 a month.
Any property, house, or car that you own?
No, sir.
Any other forms of income or of assets?
No, sir.
You live in Knoxville?
I do.
How long you live here?
The plaintiff lives with me at the address on the form, sir.
How long you
No,
live
you-
here?
This time around,
Hold on. He works at Bojangles. Gotcha. No problem. Understandable. That's fine. He's working at least. Makes $1,000 a month. And now he wants to tell us that his mother lives with him. No, I believe it's the other way around, my friend. You live with your mama.
Little less than a year.
What was
11
last
months.
time around?
All my life. So I just moved back here to take care of my mother. Prior to that, I was in Florida for 10 years, but then prior to that, I was here my entire life.
Exactly, Lisa.
And you have family here?
Other than my mother, no.
Stealing from your mama. Ooh, you deserve it, whatever you get. Mama gonna get you. This
Is there
mama's gonna-
anybody that would vouch for your liability to show up in court?
My mother.
My mother. What a piece of his mom. Sure she will. You better be bringing home some of them Bowberry biscuits. Yeah, he's just smooching off his mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the bond at $7,500. As a condition of that bond, should you post it,
good,
you would be prohibited
him.
from committing or threatening
that
to
dude.
commit robbery against the alleged victim or other family or household member.
Right on time for Central
You'd be
Time,
prohibited
Mikey.
from harassing,
Yeah.
annoying,
1
telephoning,
o'clock Central,
contacting,
baby.
or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly through someone else.
You are
You'd be directed to vacate
absolutely
and to stay away
correct.
from the home of the alleged
He lives with
victim
his mother.
and to stay away from any of the location the alleged victim is likely to be. And the alleged victim's name is Susan Hicks.
Was it his
And
mom
I'm
he
gonna
went
set
after
this
too?
in felony
Yeah.
court
He robbed his mom.
next Monday. That's
Of course he did.
October 31st. So that if you are unable to post that bond, the judge can consider reducing it or releasing you at that time.
He is mad
If you
about
do
that
post it, they'll give you
$7,500
a
bond.
different court date to go to when you're being released. Go to that one instead. Where are you going?
Where you going?
Yes, Daryl.
So
He
where
ain't
you
going
going?
home.
Where you going? Back over here, you
And
mooching
see what
mama
we can
thief.
do about an attorney. So it looks like, actually, it doesn't look like. All right, I'm appointed district public defender to represent you. There is a $50 fee for the appointment of counsel. That needs to be paid in the general session court clerk's office on or before November the 7th. But if you are unable to pay by that time, they will add your court costs at the conclusion of the case. They have
His
the number of public
$1,000
defenders
a
office
month
at
that
jail.
Bojangles.
Try and get a hold of them prior to your court date, which will be on.
Are you
next
sure
Monday
you
if
want
don't
the two
postpone
steak
it.
biscuits? It's gonna be 3.5
That's all
minutes.
for you.
All right, thank you.
3.5 minutes. You got that kind of time to wait for the steak biscuit?
He is pissed off, man.
By the
Look
way,
at him.
Loud made me laugh out loud with the Hector, the statement about Hunter.
Yes.
We found some more for you, buddy.
All right, what's your name?
Tommy Cooper?
Did you say
What a
Cooper?
effing goober.
Yes, sir.
101's lurking.
Domestic issue with an ex-girlfriend I was living with.
Got
All
some
right.
down there too.
Mr. Cooper, you've been charged with aggravated burglary. That'd be a
Oh,
class
shit.
C felony if
Oh,
convicted.
we're gonna have Cooper's
You've
name
also
on
been
the
charged with theft involving property or services between
Monorail
between
today.
$1,000 and $2,500. That'd be a class E felony if convicted. You understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir, but no, sir, I was living at the residence. So I have proof, attorneys.
He broke into his
getting
own
all that
residence?
Together, and I do not have a list of property that was.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
Sure, yes, please. You may have. a lot
Yes,
more
please.
information
Let's
than I
hear
do.
it.
Okay. It says this incident occurred on or about Saturday, October 15, 2022 at 5:44 p.m. at 4329 York Road, Knoxville, Tennessee 37938. Victim Rebecca Beams came to the Family Justice Center and gave the following statement. Victim stated the suspect, Tommy Cooper, her ex-boyfriend, entered her garage through an unlocked door and proceeded to go into her residence while she was yelling at him to leave. Victim stated she tried pushing him out, but he would not leave. Victim stated that when she went to look for her phone, the suspect left the the residence, not restaurant.
Well, she's the dummy. You
Victim
grabbed about a
stated
year.
that
Pull him
after the
out.
suspect left, she noticed that $500 cash was missing from the kitchen table where it was prior to the suspect entering the home. Victim stated that she could not locate her phone and believes the suspect took that as well. Victim states it was an iPhone XR valued at $700. Total value
Wow.
taken was $1,200. Victim
My
stated that
God.
the suspect has not lived with her for approximately 1 month and had no reason to be in her residence. The victim stated she told the suspect he was not welcome in the home. Victim changed the locks on the door prior to this incident. This occurred in Knoxville County, Tennessee.
No, sir.
You have some rights I need to go over. The first is that you have the right to remain silent. No one can
High
force you to
five.
make any statements. Any that you make
Just put his hand up
voluntarily
for no
can be used
reason.
against you.
Is that a
You have the
mohawk
right to
or
an
is that just
attorney if you cannot afford
just
one.
thin
I can
hair?
appoint one for you. And you have the right to a preliminary hearing as a probable cause hearing where the judge will hear the evidence against you and decide whether this case is strong enough to be bound over the grand jury for further prosecution. You understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney to represent you?
No, sir.
Say no.
Yes, I have an attorney already.
Who?
Oh,
you
me too.
hired
It
one?
screws up as much as
I
we
have one,
do
yes.
here.
On retainer, yes.
Okay.
Oh, big
I still
money.
need to ask you some questions on oath. Make sure you or just set your bonds.
Yeah,
So you
he
raise
just
your right
sold
hand
an
and be sworn
iPhone
in.
and had 500 in
Yes, sir.
cash. He can
Swear or
afford
affirm
to
that
do it.
everything you filled
You
out.
cover it.
Excuse me. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay. You have a
Everybody else
job.
is saying hey to Hag. So hey,
Not
Hag.
at this time.
Hi, Hag. You old hag.
How much do you make? Self-employed.
It varied between years.
Think
So
you
right now,
average.
no income coming in and
Ballpark?
the attorney is already retained and present.
Okay.
So when was the last time you worked?
A couple months ago.
Doing what?
So fair to say
Couple.
this year is going to be
Actually,
down.
we,
a bit.
I was working on the house. We moved in together 3 months ago, new home.
Depends how much money I can steal from
was
people.
having some trust issues. I had
Hey,
keys
so-
to this.
I'm
Trust
trying to say-
issues.
I need to
Yes.
know about your finances and your ties to the community other than this young lady.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, I
Like
sold
they-
property, helped the family members sell.
real
property.
estate.
Yes, sir, and was doing odd stuff, and we're trying to combine a whole family
Yeah.
to assets to. So I had a moment of opportunity for a couple of months to downtime and move
What?
over to this other residence, paint, and get us established and everything else. So
Nothing he's
as far
saying
as,
is making any
having
sense.
Personal, self-employment income coming in, no, but.
That's what happens when you make it up on the go, I think.
None of it makes any sense. He just
None.
it was word salad.
Well,
I wish we had all day
dealing
to
with bond right now.
pick that apart, you know?
Okay.
Any property, house, or car that you own?
Could look like Trey, yes, Kurt. South
A
Carolina's
Chevrolet
own.
Tahoe,
Tahoe.
What do you think it's
Wow.
worth?
He's up with the ranks of credence.
$1,500, sir.
You owe anything
Yeah.
on it?
No, sir.
It's worth
You live in
$1,500.
Yes, I live at the residence that was stated.
How long have you lived in Knoxville?
At that residence, 3 months, and in the Hardin Valley community for 7 years. Had a fabrication.
Where'd you live before that?
From
Couch
Hardin Valley,
surfing.
Oak Ridge, all Tennessee, East Tennessee, then
You got
Hawaii.
family here? Oak Ridge is close enough.
Yes, sir. Was military and born in Hawaii and raised up everywhere.
You have family here in this area?
Yes, sir.
Who would that be?
The sister that is in Powell and a mother and father that is in Morgan County.
And is there anybody that would vouch for reliability to show up in court?
Oh, absolutely.
Who would that be?
Either parents, family, or friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the bond on
Ask
the
anybody.
theft at $1,000 with the condition of bond. Should you post it, that you don't have any contact or communication with the alleged victim?
Yes, I am.
Yes, sir. There is an order of protection. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, go ahead.
And she's already contacted me, so I'm still a little trumped, and I'm going to turn this over to the attorney immediately.
Okay, and then I'm gonna set the bond on the aggravated burglary at $10,000 with the condition of bond. Should you post it, it would be prohibited from committing or threatening to commit the offense set forth in the arrest warrant against the alleged
dig on
victim
that
or other
one.
family or household member. You'd be prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or otherwise communicating with the alleged victim. either directly or indirectly through someone else, and you be directed to vacate and to stay away from the
Why's his
home alleged
head
victim,
constantly cocked?
and to stay away from any location alleged victim is likely to be. That alleged victim is Rebecca Beams.
Is there, is there any way that that be lowered due to I was living at the residence at the time and had possessions and still have possessions at the property? So it's kind of, he stated that.
I thought I could take
never
anything I
lived there
wanted.
in-
When he's telling the truth, he's well spoken.
Until this recent.
Okay.
And it
Which
was
isn't
not
often.
true. I
It's,
have
it being a domestic
Yeah, but no,
relationship, I have to put those conditions on it.
okay, but if you, yes, sir, and she has stated that she has struck me and that she did. And I vacated the premises for the day.
Oh, okay,
Just
not
to
guilty. You can go
leave
home.
And make it
Again,
non-violent.
he started by saying they were working on trust
I'm gonna
issues.
set this
Apparently,
in felony
there's
court on
big trust
Monday.
issues. He's stealing
That
money from
is
her.
October the
Taking her
31st.
phone.
So if you're unable to post that bond, the judge can consider reducing at that time or releasing you. If you do post it, they'll give you a different court date to go to when you're being released. Go to that one instead.
Exactly.
I think that's all I have for you.
Could you, like Fink said, how about I just double it then? How about you take that money you're paying this said
Yeah,
lawyer?
and I was a surrender.
Use it to bond
today,
yourself out.
Early this morning, and we had some problems over the city county building that had to come out here.
Okay. Good
That's
to know.
it. Thank you, sir.
That guy back there in the distance has been eyeballing everybody. The one sitting down.
He's got the C word. He just wants to give it to everybody. Thinks they'll all get out.
It's got to be his turn.
I wish it was bunk day because that was fun with all the bunks, hanging.
Oh, no,
Hey!
this guy.
What's your
Familiar
name?
soul?
Kyle Driver.
No, maybe not.
Okay. Mr. Driver, you have
Kyle
a
Driver.
It was issued in a theft of property case on October 20th, so 4 days ago. For failure to
Reminiscent to the
appear.
other.
You have a $5,000 appearance bond to the resolution of that attachment. You understand what you have going on there?
I'm sorry. Excuse me?
I was asking if you understand what's going on with that attachment.
Yeah, yes, sir. I understand. I called the court when I wasn't able to show up, and they said I was able to come in and reschedule, but that was Thursday, as it says. And I totally planned on coming in by Monday, but I got apprehended Sunday night, and I had no idea there's a warrant. Otherwise, I would have.
Okay. That might
I
all be
believe him.
true. We have to go to court on that.
RJ, the guy in the back, I'm pretty sure is the girl.
It
I'm
will
not sure.
be
Just by the
set
way he's
aside.
sitting.
And then you've also been charged with simple possession or casual exchange of marijuana. That'd be a Class A
Casual.
misdemeanor if convicted. And criminal trespass, that'd be a Class C misdemeanor. And then simple possession or casual exchange of methamphetamine,
Ooh,
that'd be a Class A
amphetamine.
misdemeanor. You understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Would you
Kyle
like me to read the
Driver.
allegations?
No, I don't need the allegation. However, I'm on a fixed income. I'm on SSI. I'm on disability.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Just like everybody else
Alrighty.
that's here.
If you cannot afford an attorney, I can appoint one. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, sir. I have Keith Lowe, as far as I understand.
Okay. I believe he was with the public defender's office, but we'll look at it. Okay, that's some questions I know if makes you qualify. So we raise your right hand and be sworn in. This is the uniform affidavit of
Yeah,
innocence.
Chris, we're going to see how
jail.
tomorrow
You
goes
swear to
before
affirm
I.
everything you filled out on this form. A testimony given is true and
We
accurate.
got Charlotte Dirt Track week
Thank you.
after. Got
You have a job.
Monday.
No, sir.
Basketball.
I'm just on this
Busy weekend.
disability.
How much do you get for disability?
$900 a month.
Ooh, not bad.
Gosh, that's 100 less than working at Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
Bow tie. Bow
Any
hand
property,
tools.
a house, or car that you own?
No, sir.
You know, forms of income or assets?
No. I have an LLC, and that is still in the beginning stages. So, as of right now,
I got a YouTube channel, but it's just not taking off.
Okay, I'm going to set the bond on the two simple possession or casual exchange cases at $500 each, and then on the criminal trespass at $250 with the condition of bond. Should you post it that you stay off the premises of all Knox County located Walmart stores. I'm gonna
Oh,
set
Walmart.
this for a bond review on October 31st in felony court. It has to go to felony because of this attachment. You'll have to, and then
Hag,
that's gonna be for a bond
hallelujah.
review. So if you're unable to post these bonds, the judge
Thank
can
you so
consider
much.
reducing them and
Tonight at
releasing it
6,
at
by
that
the way,
time.
for members only. The
If
weekly
you do
members
post
only.
them, they will give you a
Black East.
different court date to go to when you're being released. Go to that one instead.
If I got a free $900 a week, I think I'd just buy things from Walmart rather than steal them. That's just me.
You would think.
The main one, the theft was lowered to.
That one I can't touch. Judge said it. I can't touch
Then
that
again,
one.
mayonnaise is a lot of money these
But
days.
let
so
me
don't
ask
put
you
your hair,
questions. I think I got ahead of myself. Are you from Knoxville?
I'm not from Knoxville, no, but I've resided here for the past six plus years.
You got family here?
Yes, sir. My mother, father, brother, my child, and her mother.
My
Is
child.
there anybody that would vouch for your liability to
same
show
way.
up in court?
That makes more sense.
My parents.
Never know.
I'm going to keep them the same, but I need to ask those questions.
Yes.
And then I'm going to set it, and because of that attachment has to go to felony court, so I'm going to set it for a bond review in felony court on next Monday, October 31st.
Is that going to be a court date is that a court date or just a bond review? Or is it?
It's just for
We
bond.
did Daryl on Twitch for the first night.
The court date that I missed, is that not?
That'll be
It'll be
one
there
and
too.
only
It'll be in there too. That case.
Okay.
because legal things.
But I haven't gotten.
My
I'm
lawyer
not
said
going to
don't do
court
it.
For that case.
That's right.
On the 31st.
Yeah. Well,
Watch
yeah,
with
yes
Mike
and
up
no.
every
It'll
10
be in there with them.
Okay. All in one, okay.
So it does look like you were represented by the public defender in that other case, and I will appoint them to represent you in this case as well. I'm going to waive the administrative fee that we normally assess for the appointment of counsel, because it's already been assessed in that other case. They have the number of the public defender's office of jail. Try and get a hold of them prior to your court date. It'll be on next Monday. And it does show Keith Lowe that he works for the public defender's office.
Spot on. Nailed it. That guy almost looks like you're painting it.
Correct. It'd be the same. They'll probably just
watching
keep
it.
going on the case.
Been watching
So
YouTube
as of right
videos.
now,
Learn
my bond
how to paint
is
with markers.
We'll start a channel.
6,500, or
For
excuse me,
court art.
6,250. That's all for you.
Then there'll be 10 more just like it when I get done.
Bye, Jesus. Have a great weekend.
What about yourself?
Oh, this guy stood up. He must be coming finally. About time.
Oh, it's his ass hurt. He's walking weird.
Still one more. He's coming.
He's on his way. His ass hurts.
Oh, this guy's weird already, Creed. Oh,
that all it
we
takes?
appreciate it. Well, we say hello to everybody.
Hi, John.
John, good to see you.
Can't wait for you to be a mama.
What's your first name?
Hint. Making jokes, Hag. Making jokes. Welcome.
George is here. Hey, George.
Oh, Hector's already a member.
No problem.
Okay, Mr. Millsaps, you have been charged with resisting a stop, arrest, or search.
How's Ronnie doing?
That would be a Class B misdemeanor if convicted. And you've been charged with public intoxication. That'd be a Class C misdemeanor if convicted. You are released on both of those. They are not what's holding you in jail. You understand what you're charged with there?
Yeah.
Would you like me to read the allegations?
I don't know what that means.
I can't hear you.
I don't know what that means.
So do you want me to tell you what they're accusing you of doing?
No.
No.
Okay. Let me read it. I'll read it.
Yes,
so you're not confused about what's going on. It says this incident occurred on or about Saturday, October 22nd, 2022 at 1:49 p.m. at 1508 Central Street. On that date, time, and location, Officer Blaine responded to a drunkenness. Officers responded to a report of a male who was completely naked in front of the listed address. Officers observed the defendant, Joshua Millsaps, shirtless and profusely sweating. It says profusely.
Oh, I was going to say something else.
Profusely. Sweating, standing close to a lane of traffic, standing perfectly still on one foot. Upon officers' approach, Mr.
1 foot.
Millsaps began to flee officers, running into a lane of traffic before being taken to the ground. Once on the ground, Mr. Millsaps began screaming wildly, and officers observed pinpoint pupils consistent with narcotics use. Officers gave Mr. Millsaps several verbal commands to place his hands behind his back, to which he refused. Mr. Millsaps actively pulled his arms away from officers and wrapped his legs around officers' legs, taking officers to the ground. What that means. Officers were finally able to get the defendant into custody. A records check revealed an outstanding warrant out of Knox County, a VOP for simple possession, docket @ 1417984. Due to Mr. Millsaps erratically running into the street, he was a danger to himself and others and will be charged with public intoxication and resisting arrest. He was taken to the facility. This occurred in Knox County, Tennessee. All righty, you also have an alleged violation of probation, and the state is alleging that you were placed on probation for simple possession on October 25th, 2021, and that you willfully violated the lawful conditions of your probation by committing the offense of public intoxication on September 26th of 2022. Fair appear in court or for compliance review on October 17th of 2022. Fair pay court costs, fine, full, failure to report to supervised probation, and failure to get an A&D assessment, alcohol and drug assessment, or treatment. And one of our sessions judges has ordered you be held without bond in the resolution of this alleged violation. You understand what's going on there?
No.
So they're holding you for a violation of probation. So your
No,
bond is
no.
denied on that. All righty. If you cannot afford an attorney on these new cases, I can appoint one. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah.
And also on the VOP if you don't have one. Okay, I'd ask you some questions on oath. Make sure you qualify. So you raise your right hand and be sworn in. This is the uniform affidavit of indigency that you filled out of the jail. You swear or affirm that everything you filled out on this form and testimony you give is true and accurate. What? Swear or affirm that everything you filled out on this form at jail.
That's what happened.
Any testimony you give is true and accurate. You don't?
Yeah, I mean, it's accurate, yeah.
What about anything you tell me?
I'm not sure. I'm just waiting to go.
Well, we're not just waiting to go to court. We're in the middle of a court proceeding. That's your initial appearance. That's commonly called an arraignment. So I need to swear you in as part of this process. So will you raise your right? All righty. This is the uniform affidavit of indigency. It's the form that you filled out requesting an attorney. You swear or affirm that everything you filled out on this form, a testimony you give is true and accurate.
Oh. Well, we're waiting.
So are you going to tell me the truth under penalty of perjury? When I ask you questions about your finance and your connection to this community? Actually, I won't even have to ask you about that. Just your finances.
Oh, of course. There's ladies
I'm
in the
looking for
room.
one word.
I'm looking for one word. They're playing password.
Okay. So you have to tell me the truth so you can be held accountable for perjury here.
It sounds like.
You have a job?
Yes.
No, I did have.
When was the last time you worked?
Central.
When was the last time you worked?
Blowing his mind. Huh?
It's been a while. Central changing.
It's been a while.
So how long is a while? I mean, that's relative.
Look at the text
When's
over
the
here.
last time you worked?
Open world. It's been a while since changing. I don't know what to do.
He said 400,000. No, 4 million.
4 million.
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's been about a month ago.
Okay, where was that?
Central.
Doing what?
Changing tires.
How much do you make doing that?
It was I can't remember.
It was nothing.
Were you paid by the hour?
Why didn't we just say I didn't have a job, I don't have no money?
Right. A lot easier.
Yeah,
How much were you paid by the hour?
I think it was $2 an hour or something.
Any property, house, or car that you own?
No,
Any other forms of income or assets?
no.
Nope. Now we're on a roll.
Okay,
We're getting
so
somewhere.
it looks like you are
Oh, goodness.
represented by the district public defender in the other case, and I will appoint them to represent you in this one as well.
Phone.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
On last one.
This guy's great, by the way. Oh,
7.
God.
Yeah.
It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
He said, "I'm no
it
snitch."
looks like you are represented, yes, district public defender in that VOP case, and I will appoint them to represent you in this case, the new cases as well. They have the number of the public defender's office to jail. Try and get a hold of them prior to your court date, which again will be next Monday.
Standing in the road
Actually,
on
I'm
one
just
foot
telling you for the
naked.
first time it's going to be next Monday.
Naked, one
Running in
And it's
foot in
going
the
to
air.
be in
Next to traffic. Yeah.
And then it got awkwardly silent.
Uh-oh. He's looking at his hands. Something's about to happen.
felony court. And then I'm going to waive the administrative fee that we normally assess for the
I
appointment.
forgot
of
to put
counsel
hag on.
because it's already been assessed in that other case.
Give Hag a hallelujah. Or...
That's all I have for
Yeah,
you.
we did. Remember, for becoming a member.
Here you go. You go return to your cell.
Please
Where's
go.
that?
Please go back to your cell. Look at him looking at the camera. He had dead eyes.
So weird, man.
He had the dull's
All right, have a
eyes.
good evening.
Creed, what you got?
Absolutely nothing.
Then it's time to go, kids.
Well, might have one more
That he
here.
had texted his employer and communicated with his employer about what was happening with the car. So as I said, he is very eager to come
Okay.
back to be able to show that
Jesus.
proof. So he has no risk of flight. He also is not any kind of danger to the community. There are no violent allegations here. Considering all of that, we would be asking for a low bond today. Mr. Willis simply doesn't have the ability to afford too much of a bond, so we would be asking for a $1,000 bond.
Indigent.
State. Yes, Judge, I am seeing 5 cycles in his criminal history. A robbery juvenile that I have no disposition on. Theft by receiving property with no disposition. A theft by receiving property, possession of tools, an obstruction, misdemeanor from 2016 with no disposition. A failure to appear conviction from 2016, and a theft by shoplifting misdemeanor with no disposition from 2016. Judge, he has an FTA conviction in his history. He has not appeared to court before. There is, although not a substantial conviction history, that he has several cycles. Judge, I think there is a risk to reoffend there. I believe a reasonable bond in this case is $5,000. I reviewed the allegations here. I'm gonna set the bond at $1,000 with a $100 cash out.
You win,
Anything
Julia.
else
Congrats.
on Mr. Willis.
Score one for Julia.
No, Your Honor, nothing further.
So
Willis,
far,
that concludes your first appearance here. Sir.
I have a lot of different PDs over here, man.
we got 2 more. We got one in a wheelchair, do we? Or a marked cart.
He's just got a bad missing foot.
Icing down them balls, are we?
What he's got underneath there, Creed. Could be anything.
Anybody else get some Munster vibes from Julia Jordan?
Mobster or Munster?
Munster, not the cheese.
The cheese? Okay, no.
Not the cheese. Smart ass.
I've got an ad on Demetrius Hudson. Come on up to the podium, please.
Yo, the next contestant.
Oh, are we gonna back him off? He's got the gout. Yeah, that's it. Too many organ meats will do that to you. Yeah, she does rather young.
Am I right, Kurt? Seriously, man, get that feel.
Give her the little widow's peak.
Yes, but
Mr. Hudson is charged in 4 warrants. Ms. Jordan, you waive reading of the charges and particulars in the warrant.
Yes, Your Honor.
This judge is very no
Hudson,
nonsense.
you have the right to have your warrants read to you here in open court. Your attorney has waived the reading of your warrants here in open court. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yeah.
All right, so your warrant numbers are 22W017143, 22W017144, 22W017145, and 22W017146. I'm going to hear from your attorney on the issue of bond. Then I'll hear from the attorney for the state.
how many
Ms.
kids?
Jordan?
How many cycles?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr.
7.
Hudson is 20 years old. He has been in Georgia since he was 13, so for quite some time now.
What a year, Mikey.
He currently lives in Atlanta with his grandmother. He does have very strong ties to the community.
Oh, yeah.
He has a 9-month-old daughter who is currently living with him and his
Oh, my God.
grandmother. He's
Oh, my
her
God.
primary supporter. He takes care of her
He's
and
been very
supports
busy.
her financially. Right now, he is working at Black Pack 2022, which is a voter registration organization. He's been at that job since August and
Does
has
that
a
pay?
work history even before that. He did attend 1 year of college at Rust College in Mississippi. He had to withdraw because of COVID, but he hopes to eventually be able to return and finish his degree. Before that, he graduated high school in Atlanta from Thorell High School. Mr. Hudson has been in the hospital for the last few days because he was the victim of a
Mr.
shooting.
Ramirez, good to see you.
He's not able to walk right now. He still does have very serious injuries to his leg. Mr. Hudson had another case that was on the misdemeanor first appearance calendar this morning. He was granted a $20,000 bond on that case.
Whoa.
That already is a bond that he simply is not able to afford. And so for that reason, we would be asking for a low bond today, just since whatever bond is set in this case is going to be on top of that other bond. Mr. Hudson does strongly dispute the facts that are alleged in the warrant. He says that he was not the aggressor in this incident. Considering all of that, we would be asking for a $1,000 bond.
Hence
today.
why he got shot.
Again, I know that is fairly low considering the charges, but he does already have that other $20,000 bond that is going to be keeping him in for the present.
The first appearance he had this morning, what was the charge in there?
Something bad, obviously.
I believe the charge was simple battery, Your Honor.
And 20K
Arising
bond
out
on
of these set of facts?
My understanding is that it was a separate incident.
Was it okay? Do you
Can't
know
keep
the
his nose
incident
clean.
Or the
She's
the
sleeping
day
right
they
now,
were
Eric. She
charged?
works late nights at the club.
I can look, Your Honor. I was sent that information.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I got this kind of late, so I didn't have a chance to. Maybe the state can shed some light. Ms. Broussard,
I'll give him a grand if he's got a
Yes,
20K
Judge,
already.
it's
He's not
requesting
going anywhere either way.
Yeah, who cares?
There is a family violence battery that is open from September of this year that appears to have the same victim that's alleged in that police report. It's my understanding it's the same victim. The spelling of the name might be a little off.
Nice shot in the leg.
Same last name. It's only one letter.
During
Is
the
it the S victim?
kerfuffle.
The
I'm
victim
sorry.
is it the victims whose first name begins with the letter S?
Yes, yes. Judge.
S for shit.
Do you know what he was in court this morning for?
It looks like what I'm seeing in our system is a family violence battery.
It's a little different than
Was it the
simple
one from
assault, no?
September, or is it a different one?
A different one, Judge.
God.
I don't
mean that one.
I wasn't able.
This man loves to fight.
The family violence battery.
You've been
from
busy.
today. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Your Honor, I did just hear.
Hold up.
From the state, then I'm gonna come
Wait
back
a minute.
Wait a minute.
Jordan. I didn't forget.
Damn it, Jordan. Julia.
Go ahead, Ms. Broussard.
Judge, I will look into that briefly, but I don't believe he's a good candidate for a bond.
Wait a minute.
It's the same
Something ain't right.
victim. State's position is the same victim. from a month ago for a family violence battery that has now become an aggravated assault. And this charge with a child present.
Oh.
You got a case number from that September?
Oh boy, it's getting worse and worse by the second.
Family violence battery?
Our Odyssey number that I am seeing is 22S006524. That is the October one, I'm sorry. The September one is 22S005813.
And the one from October, I think this charge is alleged to have happened on October 24th. Is there another one prior to this one?
It's going to be high.
So what
She's
I'm
not going
seeing
to
in
play.
Odyssey, Judge, is a family violence battery from September, a family violence battery from, it looks like the one that was held this morning, and then the aggravated assault that we are here on today.
All right, so what's the Odyssey number if you got it on the?
Not counting the $20,000 bond he was out on already.
Right.
The one
6524.
1
All right, Ms. Joy, now
million.
hear from you, ma'am.
Your Honor, I was able to confirm with the attorney who handled his first appearance this morning. The simple battery that was on the calendar this morning that he got the $20,000 bond for was from the same date as the aggravated assault that he's on the calendar for now.
He's on October 24th.
Yes, Your Honor. The simple battery from this morning was also from October 24th, just a different time of day.
2 times in
Oh.
1 day?
Okay. All right.
Well,
Yeah. All right. Starting to make a little more sense now.
he was on a
think
spree.
trying to figure out why 2 different court times too is just weird, but now that makes sense because that would be 2 completely separate things that happen on the same day, basically. Wow. A fun one. By the way, big crowd here today.
Yeah,
160
good to
of
see
you.
everybody. I guess we're not talking too much. I'm glad
That's
to hear
right.
that.
Shh. We do stop talking, both of you. Shut up, both of you. But while we have a second, we do this 5 days a week, 1 o'clock East. Jump around in different Zoom court. Watch the drama unfold in front of our very eyes. We try not to talk much, but it's kind of hard sometimes. And by the way, next up on the channel, 4:05 East is Florida Friday. We got a chase, got a bunch for you, not just chases, got other stuff in there.
Some real craziness, Creed. A man falls out of the sky. No one knows where he came from. All that and more on Florida Friday.
What? Really?
Yes. I promise.
All right. that's a dun dun dun. That's a cliffhanger there.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
I
That's
want
like,
some fun on members only at 6 o'clock East on the main channel as well.
We're going to be, we're doing some mystery stuff. Some very good stuff. If you enjoy scarier stuff, if you enjoy taking a look at the unknown, we're going to do that at 6 o'clock for members only.
Yeah, a little bit of a
some other
hybrid
stuff.
today.
Yeah, we're going to do some other stuff too.
Yeah, gonna do a little hangout, and it is Florida Friday, so we're gonna go to Key West and see if we can see some Tata.
Well, I don't know. We're going to go there and investigate. The
Right.
going is on.
There you go. Yeah, like that.
Educational.
Over to the Hog's Breath as well.
Completely for informational purposes.
Of course, yeah. Education, informational. They are your education and information channel.
Judge is not going to be saying $1,000 bond. No way in this world.
Yeah.
She can put the hammer down.
I think you might be right on that one. She's doing some investigative work.
At first, you hear, oh, he's been shot in the leg, blah, blah, blah.
Poor guy.
No sympathy. You think that sympathy's coming, but it's not coming. Not going to happen.
I can't
When
wait.
did he have a first appearance on that September case? Do we know?
Anybody?
Yeah, not everybody at once, please.
Judge, I'm looking real quick.
Thanks, Bouchard.
We've seen Bouchard before, but we've never seen Julia Jordan.
No.
Judge, it looked like it was filed in the court on the 26th of September. I don't want to assume that that's when the first appearance date would be, but I believe generally that's around once it's filed in, is around their appearance date.
We watched for a little bit too, Kay, last night. It's entertaining, to say the least. What you see?
I will check it out.
Softcore.
I know somebody posted Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior were on the streets last night.
Oh, nice. I saw a lot of people like they're going to a toga party.
Oh, yeah.
That's a theme.
Maybe there had to be one or something, maybe.
I'm wondering how many button-down shirts with pineapples all over it that I was going to see, but I didn't see any pineapples.
Love was in the air for sure, though. She is having a time with this. She typically does not take this long.
Oh, no.
It's so hard to find stuff. Y'all give me a moment, please.
You take your time. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Left. Like,
Wow.
Holy shit. All right.
Everybody's jumping out.
Wow. All right. Well,
she needed some time. Gonna take a little time.
Thursday. I'm telling you, yeah, a lot of people were dressed up that way. Huh. Well, ain't that something? What do
We
do
don't
now?
typically
Sit here with our
Oh, here we go. She's coming back. She just wants to stretch her legs.
Just stare at her for a little bit. Her hair does look weird though. It does look like, I mean, somebody made the like.
I think it's really short, or it's like shaved on the sides and pulled back on the top.
I don't know. I mean, because it does look a little bit like she has like Jacob the Carpetbagger chops.
It's a very definitive style. T, are you here?
I said during the Brooks trial when we both saw the one in the audience. I saw her in another clip the other day and I laughed about it because I was like, oh, that was a funny moment. No, I don't think you're here early.
Here early. That's fine. Maybe he's here early for a chase.
Do a review of the crazy parts of the subject matter jurisdiction Brooks trial. That actually would be pretty funny to find a lot of the crazier clips and kind of react to them, but only so many seconds in the day. That would be fun though.
I've been grabbing court clips and stuff for about a week now. I've got a bunch of stuff compiled that we're going to try and turn into something.
The woman's woman. Young Elvis. Rachel Maddow. I can see that. A little bit of an alpha look, yeah.
Oh, she's very, very small. SMall. You think the judge is going to come back today, or is she pulling our leg?
She just take recess? She going to eat or something? I don't know. Done all the announcements. We all know we'll be back here at 4:05 for Florida Friday.
I mean, it's got to be something bad, right? Can't be anything good.
Listen to Wolfman while we got a moment, please.
Wolfman, how are you? There she is.
All right, y'all, it took me a minute, but I found what I was
It's all right.
for.
As long as you're
I was
back.
able to determine that family violence against charge against Mr.
Of course.
Hudson from September 22nd did involve the same victim. He was given a special condition which required him to stay away, absolutely, directly or indirectly, by person, telephone, and any other means of communication from the person, home, job, or school of Samaria Pope. Today, he had, and in that, let me go back to September, because in that warrant, he was alleged to have dragged the victim across the room. This morning's warrant.
Oh,
22
nice.
W 016981 involving the same victim. He threw her down, choked her, and bit her on the nose. This warrant.
Wow.
He's charged with dragging her across the room and dragging the child across the room.
Oh.
If this isn't what I would consider a Superior Court only case, I don't know what. This probably should have been an ag stalking because of the The bond condition September 22, and now we got 2 charges from the
Julia.
same date involving the same victim with a level of violence that is escalating.
Julia feels like an idiot
Bond
now.
denied. Ms. Jordan, you of course may file.
That's how you do it.
Consideration.
Yeah, she tried.
And I'm not granting you a bond today. You didn't do what you should have done with that. This is the first appearance here, and you may be excused. Oh, we know to do that.
You ain't got nothing to say.
Good for her. And that's why she took the time.
Yeah, that's
why.
Yeah, he's going to end up killing that lady and that
Roll
child.
out. I say roll out.
He wanted to say something. She's like, yeah, you're not doing that.
Yeah, oh no, I'm pretty sure she does just cut
Ms.
it.
Jordan, are you on position number 2?
Wow. I think we should cut it right there. We should go out on top. That's
Yeah,
that's
no,
a
that's-
hell of a good call by the judge.
That's good. Just remember, our day's going better than that dude's day, and better than Double J there, Julia Jordan. Because now she did you see her? She's
For
like,
1,000, let's give him $1,000 bond. There's nothing bad happening here, Judge. I mean, he's assaulted the lady twice in one day. I feel so bad for her. As a person who grew up in a household that was a lot like the one they were just talking about, that is nothing good for the kid. That
No.
guy needs to be kept as far away from them. I don't care about rehabilitation. I don't give a crap. He needs to be locked away and kept away from those 2 people. Wow.
yeah, I'm glad she took the time. A lot of judges would kind of just, let's get through these. Let's do it. You know what I mean? No,
Mhm.
she stopped. And like Mikey said earlier too, she doesn't normally do that. I mean, she's very,
Yeah,
she's usually
she's
moving right through.
very quick. She gets to the point, but for her to look into it and find out, I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the new people that were here today. Hopefully you had a good time. Please think about subscribing, giving the video a like. We do this 5 days a week. We know a lot of people do stuff like this, but we do it a little different. And if you're enjoying it, we'd love to have you back.
And also invite you back 405 East for Florida Friday. Like I said, you got that's called We Got a Chase. Got some chase stuff for you, but also what, a guy falling out of the sky, you say, or something?
Yeah, a guy comes out of the sky, no explanation, and video. We've got video of him falling. So make sure you're back for that. Lots of court stuff involved in that as well.
Welcome, Papa Smurf, the OG.
Papa Smurf, good to see you. So yeah, look for us back here in just about, I don't know, about an hour and 20 minutes. We'll be back at it. If you're in a different time zone, don't know what time that is, 4:05 Eastern. Yeah, we'll be back for that. Creed, anything else before we go?
No, I just want to say, Dallas Alice, right on time. Good to see you. Happy Friday.
Also, Creed, thank those fine people below.
Durrell. Did I say that right? Durrell or Daryl?
Daryl.
What's your name? Daryl? I call you Daryl. Cole, Kiernoff, and Hag. And by the way, Hag, thanks. New subscriber. I mean, new member.
New member. Love
channel. We'll see you at 6 o'clock also. And yeah, that's it. Glad I at least got to join you for, well, the last half.
Yeah, good stuff. Great day. We love you guys. And until the next one, take care of yourself.